Hey guys, time for chapter 5 of 50 Shades of Grey, in which Anastasia Steele wakes up in Christian Grey's hotel room, and that's kind of it. Oh yeah, and they make out in an elevator, but that's not really important. It's just really kind of gross. Anyway, so it starts off with her waking up in the bedroom. Cool. And she starts with fractured memories of the previous night come back slowly to haunt me. The drinking, oh no, the drinking. The phone call, oh no, the phone call. The vomiting, oh no, the vomiting. Jose and then Christian, oh no, I cry inwardly. I don't remember coming here. I'm wearing my t-shirt, bra, and panties. No socks, no jeans. Holy shit. Holy shit is right because it's written exactly like that. If you see this shit, let's see right there. Yes, this is not quality writing. How does this get published? I don't understand. So then Christian Grey shows up, and he's like in some sort of workout outfit, whatever. And she's like, oh, Christian Grey's sweat. The notion does odd things to me. Like make you hella uncomfortable like it's doing to me, because I'm definitely hating this book more than anything right now. So whatever, then she starts freaking out, and she's like, did you put me in this bed? Did you undress me? We didn't, I whisper, my mouth drying in mortified horror as I can't complete the question. I stare at my hands. And he says, Anastasia, you were comatose. Necrophilia is not my thing. I like my women sentient and receptive, he says dryly. Cool, whatever. So then it just continues on, and they just start talking about stuff, and then, like, he totally blames her for, like, if I hadn't come to save you, you probably would be waking up in the photographer's bed, and from what I can remember, you weren't overly enthused about him pressing his suit, he says acidly. Whatever pressing his suit means, I have never heard that in my life, and I'm pretty sure that's not American, and if it's British, God only knows, because I have no idea what that's going to mean, ever. Anyway, then apparently Christian Grey thinks he's like Batman or something, because she's like, are you my white knight? And he's like, Dark Knight, maybe. And I totally pictured Christian Bale. Oh, look, both Christians! Saying that in his Batman voice and just sounding really bad. Anyway, he then mocks her, and then he's like, you need to eat, that's why you were so ill. Honestly, it's drinking rule number 1. Duh. Except for the fact that she's a virgin, and she's never gotten drunk before, so she doesn't know jack shit. Anyway, then he tells her, well, if you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a week after the stunt you pulled yesterday. That's hella gross. Whatever. And then she talks more about her subconscious, who apparently does all this weird shit, like dances around in a bright red hula skirt. It's just really awkward, and I don't know why she talks about her subconscious that way. And then just all of these, like, tongue-in-cheek stuff and innuendos and just really weird quotes like, my heartbeat has picked up and my medulla oblongata has neglected to fire any synapses to make me breathe. I'm sorry, but I did not pay attention to any of, like, the inner brain shit when we were studying psychology, and I think that's what it means when it talks about the medulla oblongata. I don't know. But why would you use that in a book? Like, this child, she uses belly for words instead of, like, abdomen or stomach or torso, yet she uses all these scientific weird words, and it doesn't make any sense. Just use the normal vernacular. Stop. Then she gets in the shower, whatever, and starts feeling herself up. Oh, wait, no. I guess that kind of happens. No, that happens right now. Okay, yeah. So she goes into the bathroom to shower, uses his body wash, which smells like him, and then starts feeling herself up, and then, like, he invades in on her erotic daydream, and I'm just like, thank God. Didn't want to hear any more of that. So then she sits down to have breakfast with him, and then she remembers, oh my God, my best friend Kate, I hope she's okay. And then they start somewhat eating breakfast, but not really, and it's just really kind of boring, and then he kind of warns Anastasia about him being like, I'm not a heart and flowers kind of man. I don't do romance. My tastes are very singular. You should steer clear of me. There's something about you, though, and I'm finding it impossible to stay away, but I think you figured that out already. And it's like, oh, yes, now I am reminded that this is indeed a Twilight fan fiction. And then right afterwards, she's like, then don't, I whisper. And I'm just like, yep, there's Bella. So, moving on, more tongue-in-cheek, really gross stuff, like I'd like to bite that lip, and then she's like, that has to be the sexiest thing anyone has ever said to me, and I just don't care. Just hurry up. And then she says something like, why don't you touch me or something? And he's like, because I'm not going to. I'm not going to touch you, Anastasia, not until I have your written consent to do so. And she, of course, has no idea what he's talking about, but everybody else who's reading this book does, and it's just blatant foreshadowing. Blah, 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 whatever. He commands her to eat, and it's just stupid, and then he calls Charlie Tango, which is his super rad helicopter that he can fly himself and whatnot. And so then they're going somewhere. I don't even freaking remember, and I don't really care. I think they're just going back, taking her to Seattle for some reason. I don't care. Because the next chapter, I think, if not the, yeah, I think it's the next chapter, there's like this really boring 10-page helicopter ride, and I'm just like, I really don't care. Do not care at all. Anyway, so they go to leave, and they get in the elevator, and remember how in the last chapter they saw that couple like embracing and making out in the elevator? Well, apparently elevators are a really hot place to go if you're really horny and want to get some stuff done, because they get in, and then it gets all awkward and heated in the elevator. And then he says, oh, fuck the paperwork, he growls. He lunges at me, pushing me against the wall of the elevator. Before I know it, he's got both of my hands and one of his in a vice-like grip above my head, and he's pinning me to the wall using his hips. Holy shit. His other hand grabs my hair and yanks down, bringing my face up, and his lips are on mine. It's only just not painful. I moan into his mouth, giving his tongue an opening. He takes full advantage, his tongue expertly exploring my mouth. I've never been kissed like this, because you have never been kissed. Moving on. My tongue tentatively strokes his and joins his in a slow, erotic dance that's all about touch and sensation, all bump and grind. He brings his hand up to grasp my chin and holds me in place. I'm helpless, my hands pinned, my face held, and his hips are straining me. His erection is against my belly. Worst fucking line of this whole book so far. Why? Why? Oh my, he wants me. Christian Grey, Greek god wants me, and I want him here, now, in the elevator. Stop. So that happens, and then they like walk out or whatever, and they're like, what is it about elevators? I don't understand. And so it only gets worse. Let the nightmares begin. At this point, we're at 9 murmurs, and no, we're at 19 murmurs. I'm sorry. 19 murmurs in what, like 75 pages? And 16 raising of the eyebrows, 7 cocking of the head to the side. At this point, I don't even care, but I'm still keeping count. 17 murmurs, 15 mutters. I don't even know. I'm just about ready to quit. But we still have a number of chapters to go. I think, what am I at? Chapter 5, and there are really stupid email messages in this book. Why? And there are 19 more chapters to go. Oh boy. Also, by the way, while I was filming this, my cat was meowing really loudly, so if you have been wondering what the hell has been going on, you can blame him. Bye.